Anytime I tell anyone how many boxes we prepare each month, they just can't believe that there's that much of a need. And we know that we're not reaching everybody. You know, they're still trying to get to more people all the time. I find it rewarding because I really enjoy the people, you know, the volunteers here. We have so much fun when we're doing all of this work, and I enjoy the recipients of the food too. You know, they're so appreciative. I enjoy that, and I also enjoy it because this is what the Bible tells us we're to do.
So we're the Somerset County Mobile Food Bank, and we serve Somerset County right now, all families that meet our income qualifications, which we have those listed right on our website. We're excited to be in the county and just help those that are in need within the county and need our support for food. And we're out multiple times in the month and give people resources that they need.
Yeah, back in 2010, Greater Pittsburgh Community Food Bank approached the ministerium about helping increase the amount of food coming into Somerset County. So Greater Pittsburgh offered to do what we call Produce People, which is just bringing bulk produce up and distributing out, you know, to the community. Well, we started in Somerset over at Georgian Place, and we served 500 families that first time out. We realized we were only getting the people that were living in Somerset proper. But we realized we had a big problem. How do we get the food to the people, or how do we get people to the food? We went looking for a truck, and so we started out with a tractor from Morocco Welding, pulling that trailer around, and we fed about 700 families over 10 towns here in Somerset County. So it's grown from 500, that first Produce to People, to over 1,100 families we're feeding right now.
The locations that we serve in Somerset: Central City, Berlin, and Myersdale, Boswell, Holsapple, and Winburn, the Rockwood, Confluence, and then we end here in Somerset for our distribution week. We take all the food in our trucks and we go to those locations. So we realize that a lot of people in the county don't have transportation and maybe can't get to their local food pantry.
And my job is to get the trucks placed in place and the tables out, and get the volunteers taking the food out of the trailer and onto the tables. And also make sure we have helpers to help some of the senior citizens take their groceries to their cars. A lot of people, for the amount of groceries that they get, they cannot lift these boxes or baskets that they bring. And we do have a lot of help here. We have a lot of good volunteers. We can always use more volunteers though.
We have at least probably 200 volunteers a month, whether they come out to the farm or they meet us on the road or they financially send us donations. So we have a bunch of volunteers that help us operate. Currently, a lot of our volunteers, not all of them, a lot of our volunteers are retired folks that just have the time on their hands that are able to come and help. But one thing we're looking for is to get the youth and younger generation involved in what we do. So we're exploring some options there, we're willing to do some evening work at the farm. We're actually doing the Saturday produce distribution, so people that maybe work during the week, they have an opportunity to maybe come and volunteer on the weekend. We do every year plant produce at the farm. And one of the things that they've been doing for a few years now is potatoes. So we plant a potato crop every year at the farm. The farmer that lets us use the facility, Ken, he helps us plant acres of potatoes, and then when it comes time to harvest, he goes out there with his potato digger, and we need a bunch of volunteers to show up to help us get these inside and in the cooler so we can use them over multiple months. This year we'll be planting some bell peppers. Doing this extra crop, we're going to need more volunteers to help us pick and help us weed and help us just maintain the crop. We do our best to find a job for everybody, so nobody's turned away, but we do have to find just jobs that people physically can do without having any trouble.
I just really enjoy the feeling I get whenever I help the people who are in need. I think it's a rewarding experience. I help with the homebound boxes. I go out on the distribution sites and I help pack those boxes or help people to their cars. I feel it makes such a huge difference because those people that maybe do need the food can come and get it, and you know, if I can just give a little bit of my time so they can have more food to have for the month, I think that's that's what we're all here for.
What the Homebound program is we're looking to get to people that cannot get out of their houses. So if they're in a wheelchair, if they don't have a car and can't walk to one of our distribution locations, we are pre-packing these boxes at the farm. Same food, same produce that everybody else is getting, but we are delivering this to them essentially. Multiple fundraisers that we change every year, but we have a couple set in stone. So we do have a clay shoot that helps us fundraise and is a great event for local people in the community, any businesses that want to be a part of sponsors, and also get some people involved that maybe don't know about the food bank. We also have an annual gun bash, so that's an awesome event for us as well, and it's a fun time for everybody to come out, and we actually have that right at our location. So we have options for showing people around too at the gun bash, and if they want to come see our trucks and come see everything that's involved at the warehouse, maybe somebody interested in volunteering, they can come out there and have an opportunity just to see everything.
Just taking care of these people the way we do is really fulfilling. We're doing the volunteer work that we do. Anytime you can volunteer for anything, this is what you're here for. God put us here to take care of other people, and every time you do that, it's doing God's will.